Hi and welcome, my name is Katrina and this is our Vampire the Masquerade stream, the Interludes, scenes that take place with the end of Season 2 and the start of Season 3. But currently, as your dear viewers probably know by now, we are focusing in on a story called The Guest, which actually features a guest. And before we start this evening's episode, as per usual, I would love for them to introduce themselves as well as their characters.
Hi, I'm Marianne. I play Siobhan Price, 10th generation Toreador in Primrody.
Hi, I'm Ty. I'm playing Christopher Masters, a 10th generation Ventru and Prince of the City.
And I'm the guest. I'm Daniel. I play, I'm also a prince of sorts. Prince of Daggers, the Autumn Knight, the previous Vera of Jonathan.
And where is Jonathan right now?
Well, we'll find him.
I mean, it's
Do you have a
bad
GPS?
you don't have like a
GPS
exactly.
Did you give him a sock?
No, but there is a bomb lodged in the back of his head now.
Well, there is. We'll see. We'll see. You might find him. You might not. There might be some interesting ways of finding him.
I will find him. Maybe not while we're still doing this, but don't worry, the prince will find him.
Find his Jonathan. All right
He's
then.
probably hurtling towards Canada as we speak.
He's doing something. Something for
He's
sure.
just huddled up crying.
Crawling around on the ground.
We're gonna
Freedom.
Well, he's crumpled up inside a troll skull, so...
Anyway, crying will be involved.
There will be tears.
Yes.
Well, this evening's episode is gonna pick up right where we left off. Actually, a certain autumn night is stranded on a rooftop somewhere in this cityscape, this place, the Kingdom of Boston. Our two vampires, on the other hand, well, the prince is making his way out of the Y, as Shiv, well, just had a bizarre encounter.
That she doesn't remember, right?
No. She just has a feeling. She's got feelings. But before we see what happens to the prince on the roof and the Primogen in her special quarters, the camera is gonna focus in on our primary prince.
Accept no
OG.
substitute. As soon as he's out in the hallway and heading towards the reception, he picks up his phone and calls the security team and tells his ghoul Dylan that continue to survey the civilians on the target, but now it's protection. It's not a threat. He's make sure no harm comes to him.
I was about to call you, sir. He disappeared.
What?
He stepped outside the hotel mere moments ago and did some bizarre movements and Houdini'd. No disrespect, Prince.
But the body isn't there lying on the ground, is it?
No. What?
Just continue surveilling the hotel in case he shows up again. As you probably guessed, he's not a mere mortal. So
Of course.
Report as soon as you see him.
Any way that we can track him? Do you know if he was wearing any technology of any kind with a transmitter?
No, I don't think so. His kind is apparently quite ephemeral. So just manual surveillance the hotel in case he shows back up, and
Of course.
let me know.
Of course.
And then he hangs up. Fucking fairies. Well, probably some sort of plan to it. Well, off to the crow it is.
Yes. You is JJ driving? Yes, she was actually.
Yeah,
wasn't
she is.
Yeah.
To the crow, please, JJ.
Of course. Is he expecting you, Malish?
No, but I do not wish to call him. I wish to keep this meeting as off the books as possible.
Of course. Well, it's not a very long drive.
Park a block away, and I'll walk over to the place.
Of course. Obviously with line of sight, my liege.
Oh yeah. Should have a clear line of sight from the opposite side of the street, a block away. It's a fairly straight street at that part.
Yeah. And as said, it's done. She parks with a good line of sight of the Crow's bookstore.
Yeah, he pulls his... takes out a winter coat and pulls it up and puts it up and walks as inconspicuously as possible, using the level 1 obviously fate, just sliding from shadow to shadow, as trying to remain as unnoticed as possible.
And you seem to do a good job. You doesn't seem anyone of any kind seems to notice you until you stand in front of said establishment.
Is it open?
It is.
Yeah, then I'll just go in as any other customer would.
He's in his not normal, but prettier visage.
Yeah.
He gets up. He's been clearly going through some books of some sort. And he gets up abruptly and, my liege, my prince, did we have a meeting this evening?
No, and I'm quite sorry I didn't call ahead, but something came up and I wanted to keep it as quiet and as discreet as possible. That's the reason for my surprise visit.
Of course. Is this something that we should discuss below?
Yes, preferably downstairs.
Excellent. I lock up. He puts closed sign up and he locks the door and he leads you downstairs.
Yeah. And once again, starting to feel at home in his Sanctum Sanctorium. It's a nice place the Crow has. It's soothing.
Yeah, and the cave-esque, yeah.
Yeah. A bit personal, a bit too personal, probably a bit too messy for his clean taste, but he appreciates the
ambiance,
the confidence, the ambiance, You see, I had a rather worrying conversation with the Queen.
He puts on lights, almost like the gas lanterns in the cave room, and he, please have a seat. Points towards one of the wing-backed Chesterfield chairs.
I sit down. It seems that she's convinced and someone's coming after her, that someone is making a move against her. And for a moment there, I believe she might have thought it was me. Hopefully I'm convinced that is not the case, but she's clearly rattled.
Well, she can be quite dangerous if she feels her or what she keeps dear threatened.
Yes, I think she's planning something, not something directly against me, but something she might use against me at a later time and place.
That would be her modus operandi. She's done this before.
She has, actually.
Yes. I am sure there are more than one kindred of this city that she has a very deep-rooted secret. And she wouldn't be... Well, I wouldn't put it past her to dangle that over someone's head to get what she wants. And especially if she feels threatened.
Well, I aim to make her believe that she succeeds. Keep her thinking that she'll have the upper hand.
Well, that's a clever move. I'm sure you have a ruse.
Yes, but for it to work, I believe we should try to ensure that our dear friend Mr. Locke is without any, what shall I say, any way of confirming his whereabouts for tomorrow evening.
Okay.
I don't know what she's planning, but my informant relays to me that it is imminent, and I believe that would mean either this night, which is too late to do anything about it in that case, or tomorrow night, or possibly the night after.
Well,
but I'm gambling on tomorrow night.
You have my total loyalty my prince. If I can assist in any way, you know I
If you
will.
can if you can think of any way, any ruse to make him just show up someplace and be waiting for a certain amount of time where no one can easily identify that he has indeed been there, that would be helpful.
I know a little bit about his vices. I might know a little thing that would pull him away from the Queen's bosom. Quite secretively
Excellent.
so.
Good, because I tested the Queen when I talked to her, and to see if my suspicion of her fear, that her being afraid, was right, and she was so clearly ruffled that she couldn't contain her facade. So I discreetly let slip, like a little slip of the tongue, a little Freudian slip, something that might be interpreted to be that he is my informant. She might not believe it, she might be convinced that it's not true, but if she becomes paranoid enough at a future point in time, not believing it will not necessarily prevent her from acting suspicious and doing something foolish.
Well, in many ways, this would put Locke in harm's way, but I'm sure that is not a problem for you, my prince.
Oh no, I mean, we have clear rules in this city, do we not?
Of
She
course.
cannot harm him legally in any way, so should she possibly go to such extreme measure, he would of course have a full support of the law behind him.
Excellent, my liege. I see you're
Fantastic.
quick thinking.
Fantastic. Otherwise, we will proceed with our other plans, and whenever you feel that the meeting with your progeny is necessary, just say the word.
Excellent. Let me see if I can entice Mr. Locke into a little meeting of sorts.
Fantastic. Well,
I will let you know as soon as I can confirm.
Excellent. Well, on that I shall disturb and intrude upon you no further.
It's always a pleasure. And again, I'm honoured that you take me so deeply into your confidence.
Oh, likewise, good sir. And he gathers his things and slips back out again and walks back to JJ.
Back to JJ. Then his phone rings. The prince. The one prince with the phone.
Masters?
You hear the very rattled voice of Kitty Cat. Christopher, are you
Cat.
okay?
Oh, yes, I'm fine. Why? Has something happened? You sound distraught. I tried to get a hold of you. I think I have found the answer to the question you wondered about this prince. You see, it does not refer to me.
No. I was unsure, but now you're confirmed. I don't want to go too deep into what's happening. It's my society's business, but there is another prince in the city, and a team has gone to take him out.
Can you stop them? He's not a threat. He will leave this city as soon as he possibly can. He means
I
no
have
harm to any
tried, but
civilian.
there is a new hunter in the city, and he has managed to charm a part of my group. I'm trying to stop full-out civil war within my community.
You have my sympathies. I know exactly
I
how you
cannot
feel.
protect you as I have from the hunters at the moment.
Don't worry, I'm keeping a
The
very
one thing
close
I
protector
know-
detail on me. Yes?
The one detail they gave is they talked about the park with the school.
I think I know which one of you're talking of. And internally his mind goes,
Fuck.
like, if he was alive, there would have been a definitive chance of a brain aneurysm about this moment, but since he's dead, he doesn't have to worry about that. You think they might, you think the prince might be there and they might strike at him there? Is that place, does that place hold some sort of particular special importance?
I only gave there is full outright chaos within the library. This renegade group are causing horrific ripples. Christopher, right now, do not trust my kind.
I won't. And if you, in any way, shape, or form, need any help in, let's say, pacifying any part of your clan, and I do not mean, I'm not talking about violence against them, but they are human beings. The law might arrest them and detain them for a while until things quiets down, if that would be needed.
I appreciate it, Christopher, but right now I need to prove myself as a leader. And if I go to the enemy to be saved, they would assassinate me quicker than you could say, Vampire.
What if you were to bring them the head of an enemy? Would that placate them?
Possibly.
I might dig up a suitable candidate for that. Someone who...
But these guys will not just be satisfied with the taste of blood, Christopher. The way they are speaking, I fear for the city itself. They take out even the lesser creatures, the ones that don't threaten anyone.
Well, the one I'm thinking about is definitely a threat. I'll contact you again shortly if I find a suitable target. In the meantime, I will make sure to protect myself and mine.
Stay safe, Christopher, and watch.
I will, but I can't. If someone comes after me, I cannot guarantee that I will not harm them.
You are on your full right to protect yourself, of course.
Thank
If
you.
anything else comes up, I will call you immediately if I can.
Good.
She hangs up.
Oh,
Then-
lucky. You're so happy I need you to be a patsy somewhere else, aren't you?
On that note, the camera's going to pan out to Shiv. I'm believing the Prince and Dagger in suspense.
Yeah.
She feels a little bit discombobulated. The room feels sticky.
I think I look down to my hand and then I see the letter that I'm holding and I was like, oh, that is what I wanted to do here. It's not a letter per se, but it's a piece of paper that's been folded.
Mm-hmm.
I'll walk over to the casket and I will kind of just place it on top. And it's a picture of Jonathan with Prince of Daggers standing behind him. And it's not really, it's not addressed to anyone, but it says, bring me what she holds over him. I need it.
Oh, wow!
And that's...
I didn't see that one coming.
No.
Well, happy, lucky me, you don't know. So, and then I'll go over to the, there's like a small box, and I might have a vial of blood there. And I'm just taking it up, opening it, smelling it, putting it down again.
Oh, that's hard.
Yes, it is. I'll do a composure.
Yep, your addiction is your
Oh
beast.
fuck, that was wrong dice. So. Oh no. Okay, I botched that. So that was. I guess I'm drinking it.
You were thinking for a moment that I'm just gonna smell it. What harm
Yeah.
could it possibly do? But then this concoction of blood and magic hits your senses, and the beast takes over. You feel she creeps in the corners and she pushes herself all the way to the tip of your nose. And you know your hand is not your hand in that moment as she tips it down her neck. And through fields and winds into the madness of the blood. A red door in the field is opened, just a door, and through the door you see Aiden walking towards you. Quick and hurried steps. Before you manage to utter a word, he showers your mouth with kisses.
I've missed you so.
Again, he whispers into your mouth, let's not waste time. He pulls at your clothes and he rips at your hair. And Shiv is lost to the moment, and she forgets what she was doing mere moments ago. Such is the allure and the love. And for an onlooker to see how the body of Shiv contorts, it's almost like someone is in a pool of water, moving. It is both beautiful and horrifying. But thank God no one's watching. Or are they? As a slight breeze hits the room. And then, dearest Prince of Daggers, autumn night. Ash covers his cloak. The pearl with the soul of the Lady Dawn. Such a tragic death. Meaningless, horrifying. You see the cold iron bolts. You see glyphs on them. The glyphs insult you, enrages you. The dirty language of those fucking hunters.
Is there any way to store this pearl, like, without just putting it in my pocket? Or is there, like, any magical fey way that I can just...
Pocket of holding?
Yeah, I mean, if I swallow it, does it just... Is that a bad idea, or just...
Oh, you can swallow it and you can regurgitate it, for sure.
Good. Cause
So he can...
Like, yeah, because shit is going down and he can't rely on a pocket to keep this safe. So, yeah, he swallows it.
Well, to lose his soul, then to lose that level of honor, because you have been asked as a knight.
Yeah, I
in
know.
The old tongue.
Which is why I either swallow it or put it somewhere else. In nature's pocket.
You also know now that you are in your true form. Humans can't see you. But other things can. And in the supernatural world, you are a dirty little beacon.
He's gonna
in this
get
world.
up and start looking around, like, to first sort of try to gauge where he is. Like, how far up is he? Is it like a tall building? Is it a...
You think you're probably around 20 meters up.
Yeah. Not too far, meaning I probably can't see too far either. Just gonna look around and just, like, in the chance of some luck for once that he's close to the, or can see the Y, which he probably can't. But no, I'm allowed to hope.
We'll do a perception. Do you have streetwise? Did I give you that?
No, I have no streetwise. I mean, I might as well do some finance rolls for that. I mean, it's...
Well, then do a straight up perception awareness, just because it's spot hidden. It's spot something.
It's just like, it looks around like, perception, what did I have there? Yeah, I still can't read things, but that's fine. I know how to read. No, can't see shit. I rolled 3 5s and a 4. So it's just like, looks around like, God damn it.
Fuck.
He is then going to see if there's a somewhat safer way to get down the roof than just, jumping.
There seems to be what these humans call emergency exit, fire escape. Escapey thingy.
Yeah. How much metal is this made of? Enough to hurt me, or just enough to be uncomfortable?
It's not really cold iron.
Nah.
So, some of the grids might be, so don't step on them.
He's going to do the thing where he sort of like jumps on the outside and keeps dropping down and just grabbing on.
Yeah, does he do it very flamboyantly, or does he just...
No, he's angry, and he sort of just, the grace isn't there at the moment.
No,
He
so this big ass creature jumping down.
halfway hopes that something at the bottom can see him and sort of react so he can, tear its head off, but...
Oh, well, let's see. Random encounter.
14 hunters.
Okay, Marianne, give me high or low. It's is it? It's a not 8, 3.
3.
3. Right. As you jump down into the alley. And then your Spider-Man tingly sensation kicks off. So you can do a wits awareness.
I will.
I gotta do this because it's fun.
Of course.
Gotta have some action.
Okay, and now I actually rolled a lot better, which is good. So that's 5 successes.
As you jump down there, you hear sound.
Turn towards the sound and be
yeah.
like, not today.
Not today, Jesus, not today. And you see it's one of the dead, a soul that has anchored itself to its body, and it rides it like you would ride Jonathan, not knowing that it's dead, and it's just reacting on pure hunger. It is slightly cloaked, but it's very deteriorated. You don't think the mind is there. It's pure instinct now. You see the teeth just chomp up and down. There's decay. One of the eyes are missing. But he's sort of trying to hide it as he is actually now lunging for you as fast as he can. One finger is missing. He's a sad thing. Not really threatening to you, but that's what you got.
Well, it's something, and he can take his anger out on it. Also, it's nothing I can use, so I can destroy it.
You can ride it!
It's a deteriorated corpse. I have some pride.
He won't be noisy.
No, but it also be a
soul.
dead thing walking around, and people will see that's a corpse.
You just need a bandage. You just need a spit polish.
I'm not a beggar yet. You do not take the first deal that pops up.
The only thing you know about these, because you have encountered them before, is if they get a hold of you, they do damage.
Yeah.
Because they don't feel pain. They will not react until they're to pain until they're dead.
Is there anything just close by that I can grab and use as a weapon just to sort of...
Well, there is a dustbin lid. You're in an alley. There's a trash bag with cans in it.
Okay,
Chicken
so nothing
bones.
great. Well, there's always these...
Yeah,
the pretty nails.
You have pretty nails.
Yes, I'm going to try and absolutely destroy this thing.
All right.
He's going to try to ruin it.
I'm just saying my guy does not dodge, because they don't.
Yeah.
They have one mode, and that's attack.
Yeah, well, he's gonna see how that goes against a knight.
It's fascinating.
I assume this is brawl and not melee.
No, it's brawl.
It's
But
brawl,
you also you do with claws you do aggravated.
Yeah, can I use dexterity?
Dex roll, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That would be correct.
Good. Just want to take the one that's highest. Ooh, that's so good.
Ooh.
That's 4 10s and 2 more, so a total of 6 successes.
Oh. Okay. I'm gonna just write that down real quick.
Oh, okay.
All right. So where exactly what do you do? Describe your attack so I can know what to do.
Well, with size advantage, I'm going to sort of grab onto his shoulder and start digging my claws into his neck and sort of just get like in there and try to damage the spine in a way that the body can't react anymore.
Yeah.
And then at some point start tearing.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so his face is busy. He snaps at you as best as he can.
Yeah.
Because again, they don't react to
No.
pain.
Yeah.
So he gets in a nibble. He gets in a bite.
Okay.
So he actually takes one of your health levels.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
It's with his baby teeth, his molars. He's chomping like crazy. He's just to see all like the one eye that he has. All the white is marbled with black and red blood veins with coagulated blood. It looks a fright. And when you're ripping out like chunks, you see there's not real fluid. It's just black slime and goop.
Yeah. Okay.
So feel free to do some more.
Yeah, I'm gonna tear into him again, and if he doesn't fall, I'm gonna start burning glamour to just keep going, because I can burn a glamour to do an extra turn. So,
Yep. Yes,
and
you
I have 10 glamours, so I have something to burn. He's going to die. 5 successes. Is he down or?
Yeah, no. You so ferociously. If a human eye could see this 3-meter tall fae, and the mouth and the eyes burning in this alley, just ripping into this poor shambler's body, and in the end, the head falls off.
Yeah,
it's
I
like
want to
rip out the spine.
His head off and sort of hold the head, and as it starts. I assume it goes chomp chomp for a few more times.
Yeah,
so
but it slows down, and you
I'm
feel
gonna
this.
Smash it into the wall, just obliterate the head because he needed to vent. And he goes.
If it felt good, it was a fleeting moment. The thing you see, it slowly decays, and what's in front of you, it's sludge at best.
It was just more to collect himself, and he's like, "Oh, Jonathan the Sixth, where are you?" And he's going to go and look for the next Jonathan.
Oh my god, that's the... It walks into the street, and again, for creatures that can see through the veil, they will see this very large creature, like weaving its way through like people and cars in the night of Boston. The camera's going to pan out from that scene again and go back to the OG Prince. OG!
Right now I'm just the knight.
Yeah, it's like it's no
just
prince.
anger and
Yeah.
blood.
JJ?
Malish.
Swing by. You remember the address where you picked me up? After my little accident?
Of course, Malish.
Swing by. Just keep distance, safe distance, but just to see. There might be something going down there, something we might benefit from knowing something about.
Okay.
But keep a good distance.
I'm actually going to roll on driving on it. I need the vampire dice, not the other dice.
I love that I don't even have a 0 on driving, it's just crossed out.
Yeah, I did that, didn't I? I just like,
yeah,
no.
it's just like, no, fuck you.
I mean,
Yeah.
even when it comes to driving a carriage, you would have a horseman and not do it yourself.
Yeah, no, he's horseback only. He does not. This automobile thingy. Yeah, he rides a troll. Troll's got carriage!
Well, then the swans are doing the driving and just I sit there.
Yeah, the troll's got. That's awesome. You should ask Tai how that troll skull came to be. He would know.
Ask Cal that.
Ask Cal that.
It came good.
She drives very slowly, and all of a sudden she turns in to like the cloak of shadows of a building. I'm not liking that scene, Manish. Look over to the right of the college, to the park.
I look towards it.
Around the corner, you see a guy dressed in like a slick Parkers-looking thing again.
Do we have a camera with a telelens in the car?
If you have a what?
Do we have a camera with a telelens?
Of course.
Photographic lens.
Of course, he says.
Snap some photos of like that guy. I want this mug.
He's difficult to see because he's hooded, as you remember. And you see he's talking on a walkie-talkie, and then he's doing this. And behind him, you see two other people dressed very similar, and they're carrying Jonathan.
Oh, schmig. Well, it's probably just his body. It's probably not the one who's been riding him.
Of course. They're just very confused.
Sure, that makes sense.
That makes sense.
Our little guest was not a ghoul. Something possessed him. Some other creature.
But he is under your protection, Manish. This is...
Yeah, but I don't think we want to tangle that trio there. I don't think we would come out necessarily winning.
Hold on, she says. She picks up the phone. And she changes her voice a little bit. And she's like, this is Sergeant blah 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 of blah 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 district. You hear she says, I'm currently viewing the college, and it seems like we have some attempt of kidnapping. There's some suspicious individuals carrying a man that's clearly unconscious. It looks like they also are armed. I will crack back up and assist immediately. And then she hangs up.
Brilliant. Good. We might not get them, but we will save the man. Splendid. Also, if we can get a usable photo, I think it might be time for me to call Sal and tell him I have a job for him. And Sal, that's Salvatore Russo, his mafioso ghoul, the Italian-born button man that he only calls up when someone needs to be quietly eliminated.
Taken out of business.
When someone needs to sleep with the fishes.
Take him out for dinner.
Supper.
I said take care of him. I didn't mean take care of him.
Just take care of him.
Oh, looking at watch. Let's hope the cops get her in time.
On that note, the camera's going to pan back into the Y as the last beautiful effect of the blood as he kisses your forehead. This is not forever. This is just for now.
Promise me.
Always. He holds you very tight, and then he goes weird again, as he sometimes do in here. Who's with you, Shiv? Who's with you? No, don't leave.
If I could stay, I would.
On that note, you feel it, the rush and the panic, and you fall to the floor.
Get up very fast.
The glass vial
And-
is broken in your hand.
Yeah. And just...
With awareness,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
dearest.
Yes. And I'm using my character, not my ghoul. Yes? No, it's just the numbers. 3.
You're not alone.
William.
You see out of the shadow, he's looking at the drawing. And there's a part of you now, you almost feel violated.
Yeah, because he saw something very private.
Yes, he did.
One day, wish I knew how you could enter and go again. Should put a bell on you.
Yes,
Queen would have liked that as well, I guess.
a bow, red as blood.
How long
She
have
has
you
already
been here?
contemplated it. He says as he only stares at the paper.
Hmm.
You ask this of me.
I will ask all of you. Every whim, every thought, everything that I need, I will ask of you.
Would this get me closer to what I want? Siobhan Price.
Everything will work for that. Every step, every task, every thought is going into this.
I can't give you both of the things she has. That would be too suspicious. I'm sure.
What exactly is it that she has?
This thing, this creature she summoned, has a true name. If you have the true name, you can call upon it, bind it even.
And she has this.
Yes. And she also has a tomb that he so desperately wants.
Well, I guess so. True name would be nice to have. The tomb, what does that contain?
Who knows? It's their world's magic.
Can you read it?
There's no words written in it. It's yet to be written.
But it means something to him. It means a lot to him. And this is what she holds over him, is it?
What are you playing at, Miss Price? This is above your pay grade, and I mean no offense.
Nothing is above my pay grade.
If you put yourself in harm, how will I get what I have so desperate need of?
Let's just call it insurance. I do not know or trust this creature. His presence here, under her thumb, might be a threat to this.
You play
To
with
them.
fire. He is no mouse, and you are no cat, Miss Price.
Do not underestimate me. So, you've done it before, and yet, look at where you're standing now.
You see, he touches the swirls on his face, and he almost like he snarls.
What are those, by the way? Do you know? And I look at his forehead.
When I fell, that place gave it to me.
That place. Tell me more.
I do not remember more than pain, and hoping I would die, and then sliding into the bosom of the Queen.
I'll walk closer to him. And I'll take my hand up against him. Would you allow me?
You do not want to see that.
Do not tell me what I want. You do not know it. Would you allow me a glimpse?
As you wish. Again, he has a little snarl when he says it, and then his long black hair falls forward.
Jesus, I mean, poor boy.
Poor William.
Poor
Adam.
William. What is best to use here?
Queenie's little boy, baby boy. Little Adam. Yes.
Oh, Jesus, what do I want to... Spirit touch, maybe, actually? No. That's not the one. I mean, it could be sense unseen, but that's... Any input on what I should use for this? Because I'm a little... I'm reading now because, it's been a long time since I'm using these.
Have a little read, and I'll help you after. And I'm going to
Yeah.
jump to not OJ Prince, but the Knight.
The Knight.
The Knight.
I stand at the corner and just yell "knee" until someone falls over. No.
As you move through the city, all of a sudden you feel the little mad one nipping at your heels.
I sort of just step into a side street or a back street somewhere and just not too open.
It's swaying from side to side. Look, is the lady dead?
He takes a few moments before he answers and goes like, "Yes."
Oh no, oh no, oh no. Who will keep the throne? Should I take the throne?
I have been tasked to do so. When I am done with the thing I need to do, I will return her soul to her mother. Then I will take the throne and hunt the hunters.
Oh my, oh my. Can I be your squire?
Needed now more than ever.
There'll be stories. You left your flesh body.
I know when I need one.
I don't use the flesh body.
I need to get back to that place. The why.
I know the way.
Please show me.
But I am your most esteemed squire.
You are.
Oh my, oh my, oh my, the stories that will be told. Will you write a poem? For me, it says almost like lower lip quivering.
When I take up the throne, you will be able to be beyond just a squire. If you help me.
It tippy toes on its little claws, and it's like, I'm excited.
I will
The
need
cheers.
you. You will be my advisor, even.
The old one. The one that watches the city. Maybe he also can help. I think the dead ones know of him. I haven't seen him in a while. He's my father after all, but he's all our fathers and fathers' fathers. But since the goddess went into her eternal slumber, he has gone grey, and the city has lost its protector. But no, never mind. I will take you to where the vampire lady lives.
Please do so. Quickest way.
Of course. And you see he quickly moves through a gap. You cannot. And you dumb little shit.
And he's just going to look into the gap. Away I can go!
Of course, my liege, of course. Yes, Autumn Night, yes, that's, away we go. And he scurries quickly out into the streets and he moves very, very fast. Or it moves. It's genderless.
The knight's going to try his best to keep up and without, sprinting down in the middle of the roads, because, needs to keep... He knows there's hunters about, so, he doesn't want to be too much in the open, but as much as needed.
Well, on that note, we're gonna have a quick break.
Yep.
Because there are gonna be some interesting scenes coming up after the break. And yeah, stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few. Welcome back from the break. It's getting interesting. Well,
It's never a good thing when you say that.
it is. Well, before we check in with Siobhan, we're gonna go with the OJ Prince as he sees cop cars coming hurling.
Brilliant. Now let's see what happens. If they're stupid enough to go toe to toe with Boston's finest, with Boston police, with the biggest gang in the city.
They actually quickly debate, and the body is dropped.
Excellent. We'll let the police gather it up for us before we pick it up.
You see also quite soon after an ambulance arrives.
Even better. We'll get the ambulance to drive him where we want him. Where do the hunters disappear to?
You see they run in the opposite direction.
I'll take care of the ambulance. JJ, could you see if you can find out what car they're using?
Of course.
But be careful and keep your distance.
Of course.
And I jump out and wait over by where the ambulance will have to drive past when they pick him up.
You see they are talking with the police. You see several of the police officers are trying to also follow these said people that was carrying this very, not unconscious, but not altogether there person. So they are not left the scene yet, if you just stroll on over.
No, I'm just gonna wait where the ambulance has to drive past because it's driving different into the park, right? Because you can can drive. So I'm gonna wait a little bit. I know which direction it came from. I know which direction we'll take back. So I'll just stand by the curb.
10 minutes later, you see they have packed him into the back of the ambulance, and they are now driving towards you.
Yeah, then I'm just gonna when it gets out in the road, I'm just gonna stumble out in the road in front of them, so they have to stop.
Well, but you're kind of a little bit limp, so that works. Yep. Well, they stop. And
I walk stumbles over towards the driver's side.
Are you in distress, sir? The ambulance.
And I look him deeply into the eyes and capture his
gaze.
Will.
Mm-hmm.
You will drive us to the hotel. Why? And I give him the address. And I walk, and you will not speak during the drive. And then I walk over and get into the ambulance.
Well, there's an ambulance person.
And I hope the guy in the back seat doesn't notice. Working with the guy in the back doesn't notice that we're not driving to the.
Okay, so you don't go in the back. You just go in the front seat.
No, I go side.
Yeah. All right, so the prince is off with Jonathan. Well. Shiv.
Yes, I will do a little rouse check. And that's a 9, so I'm good. And then I will roll for Spirit's Touch. On
touching the
runes. Yeah. So not him, but the runes. It's 3. It's not awesome.
If you were human, you would take a breath as you touch it. They feel oddly tingly. And then your mind's eye. It's like dark waves, like a stormy tunnel. And the tunnel reminds you when you were there in that room. And then you feel you're falling. And you're sure this is death. But you fall, and you fall so very long. And in that darkness, something grabs you, holds you, looks at you, opens up your mind, take out what it wants. Vessel. Finally, a vessel. And carves and carves as the thing screams in agony. Must be careful not to break the mind, though. And then drops it. Now run. Run, little rat. And then for a second, your mind feels strange. And through the darkness, you see a black figure staring at you. It takes a step cautiously towards you. It terrifies the core of you. And then you see the black figure. It lowers its gaze. You don't see an eyes. And you see a quicker pace. And you freak out. Rouse check. Willpower. All of it.
Sorry, you want me to roll willpower? I did the rouse check. It's fine. It's 7. Sorry.
Yeah, also, I wanna use a will or roll a will.
Sure. Sorry. Will rolls again. I haven't used this in a year.
This is also for the old system because I love to use it. You roll what you have in will.
Yeah. 3 success. No. Yes, 3 successes.
Then you manage not to absolutely, when you snap, you take your hand, that you don't actually like stumble backwards
Scream
in
and-
pure terror, but you have a reaction to it.
How are you? You.
I do not know. But I am not me.
Do you know what you are?
I am Adam. I am William.
I thought you were of her making.
I am.
It's not as simple as that. Is it?
Perhaps not. Maybe now you understand why I need to be undone, Miss Price. Give me my death.
I'll turn around. Pace the room a little.
He walks closer. You could just do it now.
Keep your distance from me. I might tolerate your presence. I might even sympathize with you at times. But keep your distance, please.
Don't you think this city would be better if I wasn't in it?
The world would have been better without you. And yet here we are. Sorry. I do not envy what you've gone through or what you carry with you. But there is yet a use of you.
Then use me and be done with me.
And take your task and go. For now.
He crumbles the paper hard, and for a minute you recognize the Black Duke. As he snarls, and you see that great white, only for a minute, and then he snaps back into William. As you wish, Miss Price. And he walks towards the shadow. And as quickly as you noticed him, you know he's not there anymore.
Why does he always have to fucking ruin everything?
But that's how he rolls.
Yes, it is.
I'm just gonna say on that note, actually,
Yeah.
the camera lingers and there's a little bit of a split screen. As a certain knight is following a very, very quick little mad one.
Yeah, I'm gonna use one of my spells. I'm just gonna use Go Seek just so that I can be a little less careful when I'm running through.
Yeah. Then you just go through.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm invisible for at least like 5 rounds. I'm gonna spend a glamour point. I'll be invisible for 10.
Hey!
I don't know how long that is, but it's a while.
Yeah. So when you get to there, you just basically, because you can, you go through stuff. You go through.
Yeah.
Yeah. As a little one, he's like.
Yeah, as he's starting to sort of be like, there are narrow things. It's just like no, and just fuck it, just
Fuck it.
I'm gonna go through.
As he runs through, and you see the Y, and you're just pushing through things, cars, humans, things. What the knight does not see is on another rooftop, someone staring down, puzzled. As the knight, with all his might, pushes his way into the hotel.
I'm just gonna stand in the lobby for a second and just see who can actually see me. I assume the ghouls can't unless I allow them to. Since
Yeah,
they're
no,
yeah.
You are hidden. You see the little mad one, he crawls all over the furniture and up all over the paintings. Where to next night, Prince?
Well, for first,
Should we murder someone? He points at the concierge.
not in here.
Wet your blades and your cloak in blood of the mortals. He hisses, and you see he's like almost like his little fur standing straight up.
No, I need these ones. These are still useful to me. Until I have what we need.
You could use his skull like shoes. It's weird and not very scary.
He looks at it, it's just half tempted to be like, I could do that, but no, not now, not today. I won't speak for the day after tomorrow, but not today, not tomorrow.
You see the little man. Someone's coming. On that note, because now all the 3 different cameras are viewing Shiv upstairs, and then the prince arrives in an ambulance.
We'll park across the street, and I'll just mesmerize both of them. Just keep their occupied here, and then I'll call over Dylan, and we'll get a little tracker, Dylan, just a little one.
Of course.
Can I see this thing outside?
They're in a. The mad one points. Someone's here. My leash. Someone's here.
And we need to put it somewhere where it won't be easy to find.
He's just gonna walk
force his
outside
mouth
and
open.
sort of look at it.
And force it down.
You see the.
And then they'll help me put him in a wheelchair. We put him in a wheelchair.
Did you see the gent? Sir, you gotta help me. I've been. It's maddening. Please help me, sir. Good sir, please.
We're helping you. Don't worry. We're gonna help you. Don't worry. Here,
You're not gonna believe it, but this creature's just taken over my life.
Oh no, it's all over now. Help me wheel him in, and we wheel him in up towards the lobby and in.
But before you get that,
yeah.
On that note, the knight, you see him. He's actually walking towards. You see Jonathan.
Dear sir, did you lose something?
And he actually just gonna go back and sort of laugh a little bit, and just as the mouth opens just too wide. You thought you could get away.
No, don't make me cry.
You're so terrible.
Gee, I feel a little bit guilty now.
I'm gonna look at the prince and just place
I'm
inside.
just gonna give myself a stain now.
Yeah, you get a stain. I was gonna say you get a stain because the human, you don't know if he's guilty of anything. He's like, please, kill me.
And I assume the ghoul don't quite understand what's going on since the prince is now talking to the arrow.
Yeah, but it's with the prince. He doesn't.
Yeah.
The prince is doing princey things. You don't ask questions.
I wheel him over to him. I understand there's a bit of trouble.
For a minute, it looks like Jonathan trying to bite off his own tongue.
I'm gonna go so I just reach into it and just like with this way too long finger that still has probably some rotting brain matter on it. Just
Gag reflex.
I hope it wasn't too trying and it won't put a dent in our little plan or schedule here.
Our schedule will go on as it has, but after that, I might not be putting this city too far behind for too long. There's gonna be a lot of blood in this city.
Ooh, speaking of this, Prince. Speaking such matters on the sidewalk. Not that anybody can hear what he's saying, but... Because speaking of which, Shiv, there's a phone.
Yes, I'll take it.
It's Adnan. The prince is outside with that man in a wheelchair and security officers right outside the hotel. Do you want me to assemble a team immediately?
Maybe bring them in to maybe where it's less seen. Bring them into one of the more private areas, please. Yes. Be alert, but don't do anything rash.
Okay.
I'll come down. Give me 10 minutes.
Of course. As you guys are talking about that, and he's like intimidating the shit and scary, like poor Jonathan. And he's speaking of bloodying the city.
And I'm gonna start wheeling in Jonathan, which probably looks really weird as there's now a wheelchair just rolling in.
Well, you're your own master and you're within full right to take vengeance for any wrongs against you. Though I would just say that there is an old proverb saying that if you're going to seek vengeance, remember to dig 2 graves first. Sometimes it is wiser to walk away, but if you feel you must, then you must. All I ask is that you please do not attract too much unwanted attention when you do.
Oh, I wish not to attract more attention than needed. And when I will hunt only those that needs to be hunted. The hunters has struck a great grievance against my kind. And a debt has to be paid.
I think I know which one it was who was responsible, and I am sure
You feel the
hunt
burn
on
mark.
his name and his whereabouts.
Well, when we are done with our first dealing,
Let us just
maybe
say
helping me at least with some locations and a little bit
we'll see what we
knowledge
can do.
of our common enemy.
Of course, we can see what you do. As long as we can agree that no unnecessary collateral damage or bloodshed will be shed. You see, you're not the only one. And he opens a little bit on his shirt, showing just the hint of a scar on his chest, who has had a bit of a run-in with this particular individual.
But you see, it's one of them dirty glyphs. One of them dirty, dirty fucking... You do not read it, but you understand it.
I'd like to have my own back at a man who branded me.
and there's actually a little bit like a smile, like a genuine smile. Probably the creepiest smile the night is yet done. Where there's just teeth showing all the way.
It's rolling Jonathan, smiling his ass off. Adnan meets you, my prince. My missus asks
wheelchair
that you
goes
do
by.
not. Yeah, don't take this outside the Y so publicly. As he looks at the wheelchair.
Oh, you must also greet the prince. Gestures.
Can I select for just one person to see me?
Yeah, but he is supernatural. But showing you visage have a tendency to fuck with more mortal minds.
Yeah, he's tempted. He's just
He probably doesn't
just
care.
really tempted. He's not gonna do it, but he's tempted. Actually,
It's a reason why hunters call them nightmare creatures.
yeah. I rolled high enough. I won't do it.
You are showed into the same lounge as before. The mistress
Deja vu.
wishes to speak with you both, and he looks at Jonathan in the wheelchair. Is he all right? He seems not himself.
And
Depends
as
which
we
one then
get
you're talking
in,
about,
the Jonathan
actually.
body's gonna start contorting and moving. And just
He's
be-
like,
and
you
then
see,
like,
he goes for his like, and you see his aunt. He's like,
Oh,
"Ah,
don't worry.
That tastes.
Don't worry, your bullets wouldn't harm it.
Could I get something to drink? I need to. This rotting brain is really messing with my tastes.
cool.
Why don't you bring us a bottle of grappa?
Prince. He bows. It's like, these
Actually-
silence.
Well, the Prince of Daggers, as he goes Prince, is going to. Yes.
But I gotta give kudos to Christopher, aka Ty. He's doing such a venture job right now. He's being so
Oh, yeah.
fucking clever, diplomatic.
Oh yeah.
Smarty pants.
Like I do feel a little bit guilty. But on the other hand, it probably is the best way to ensure that the Prince of Dagger doesn't go after Kitty Cat. So has to protect his little what he liked at the table investments, which is actually just a poor excuse for the fact that he's incapable of letting either her or Amber just die.
No, because there might be hope for Christopher yet. On that note, there is Siobhan Price.
She's just finishing up the letter.
Yep.
Inviting Castor alone to his venue for a private showing with the prince. Signed the prince.
But without Callisto.
Yeah. Well, no, she's actually. It doesn't specify without her. It just said alone. Come alone. Private meeting. I mean, because I was thinking about it, but the Queen of Bones doesn't necessarily know how attached the prince is to Callisto, so she wouldn't care.
I know,
So-
it's clever. It's beautiful. Yep.
But the timing of this is open, so that the prince can, fill in the
Slot it
blanks.
in. Yep.
And I am going to, before I go down, I'm going to ask Eve to set up a meeting with Sakura the next day.
Of course, mistress.
Then I'll go down.
As the two princes are becoming close friends.
Chris is just sniffing the grappa.
Jonathan is throwing it back.
Yeah, pour the glass to the prince, and then he's just be sitting with the bottle and just sort of rinsing his mouth, and then looking for where to spit it out, and just be like,
Or just nudge the. Is there like like a decorative plant or something?
Yeah. It's like
Just
there.
push the pot to the plant closer. to him.
Jonathan is a decorated plant, kind of.
yeah, but
It is liquor. I mean, it is pretty strong liquor.
yeah. Well, first of all, I'm just rinsing out the brain, and then I will drink. But he doesn't know what the rotting brain will do to Jonathan's system, and he sort of needs it up and running still.
Maybe some antibiotics. But I gave him some stuff in the. Well, he doesn't know that.
No,
But
I know.
Jonathan feels kind of chill.
It's like, what did he do to you?
So, what is this thing? What is this? But then Shiv enters as Adnan. Miss Price. For you, gentlemen. Prince.
Yes.
Ah, Siobhan. So good to see you so soon again. There was a slight little speed bump.
I wasn't expecting to see the two of you anytime soon, to be honest.
I wasn't expecting to
Why?
be back here either.
Well, since you're here, you can have this, and I'll give him the letter.
To be traced. I'll find someone capable of tracing it that can't be traced back to us. Well, that was low-level entendres.
And Christopher, would you please give that back to me afterwards?
Oh, yes, of course.
Thank you.
There's a strange atmosphere in the room.
Yeah, the knight is sort of just pacing because there's a million thoughts going on.
Prince? You seem in quite a state. Why the wheelchair?
Well, the wheelchair was thanks to your prince bringing back this thing after.
And I do look at Chris, and I look at his cane, and I make him very aware that I am...
War has been declared on my people.
Oh no, what happened?
There you get a flash of her giving you the last kiss and breathing her soul into the pearl.
Well, going over that now is not going to help our task at hand, and we'll deal with one thing at a time.
Were you hurt? Was anyone around you?
There's just...
Oh, you can do awareness checks, whatever you want, Shiv, if you want to dig deeper.
Yes.
Feel free.
At the moment, he's not hiding it, so you
No,
can see there's anger. There's just anger and hatred on his face.
So we don't have to
I
do a
just
wits,
rolled just to see if I could, and
wits
I
insight.
have... I have 6 successes, so...
Well, then actually there is a little bit of melancholy in his voice,
Yeah.
like something precious, perhaps, for a fleeting moment. It's like someone that saw something, like they saw a home, and then someone shut the door on it.
There is definitely sadness in the eyes.
Yeah.
Oh dear Prince, I hope nothing too bad has happened to you.
Well, I am not rid of this world for quite some time now. When we are done, hopefully I can go home and do a task. But after that, I will return to this city. And these hunters will feel what it's like to be hunted.
I go over and I place my hand on his heart place. Well, I know it's not going to be him, but still.
Mm-hmm.
I know we just met, and I know that I've been toying with you, and that you are very aware. But trust in this. For this venture, I am on your side. What you want is what I want.
Is she is he candid?
Yes?
Yeah.
She is actually.
Yeah.
Strangely enough.
And
There's a
Chris
mo-
sees this else as well. Shiv is being straight up Shiv.
Interesting. He thinks it's not that often these days.
This world is full of surprises.
And very few of them are any good. I know this.
And then Shiv gives a flashback to what she saw when she stared into the glyphs on William. Then perhaps she understands why he so desperately seeks death.
But he cannot because I need him still.
Yeah, she's a good person. Shiv is amazing.
I have a...
Maybe he would be a good Jonathan.
I mean, it was a vessel, right?
Yeah, I mean, it might be crowded in there. Who knows? Go to like, who's this?
Who are you? Who are you? Who are you?
Too many people.
So this time we should add the fact that Chris is contemplating letting him be the enemy's head that Kitty Cat can use to placate her allies.
William.
And he wants to die. Why not give him a chance?
Oh.
That would fuck with Shiv's plan.
Oh my god.
Oh, I love this
asshole.
scheming.
Yeah,
There'll be like a collective in there, and like, wait, where's the common room?
I need to go to the bathroom. There's a line. So there is a little bit of strange ambiance as now we're gonna focus in on the last bit of this episode, which will be this scene as it comes to a natural conclusion, but not yet. Feel free to play it out.
Well,
I'll go over to Chris. Leaving the other prince. And I just whisper in your ear. You're okay.
better day for day. It seems that we are no longer safe either from the hunters. You should take care, Siobhan. I don't think they will try anything in your hotel or for that matter at the York, but be careful when you move about. Particularly you have a bit of a presence in the city. Who is a known person, such as I as well am. We are more in the public eye in that sense, and I think that will make it easier for them to discern our true nature. These people have a way of seeing that which is really there, not just what appears to be there.
Talking from personal experience, are you? And I look at the cane and back up at him again.
Yes, I underestimated the capabilities to my own misfortune.
I gather that no one in this room particularly liked them.
Looming suddenly like too close by is the autumn night. He's stepped out of Jonathan because he feels wrong.
There will always
on
be
things and too relaxed.
Yeah.
There will always
pushes
be
him down. And just
there will always be
over.
antagonists. There will always be predators. The trick is to keep the status quo, to keep things controllable, manageable.
Did you have?
Unless it's the way of the world.
Did you have someone there?
What
was her name?
Someone else has been moving in.
Puppy, kitten.
Someone else has been moving in, taking over, disturbing the status quo. Fanatics. You can never trust them. It's the same thing with them all over and every time again.
Why is it that they were allowed to be there, here in the city in the first place? I can't remember.
Because they're too strong for us to destroy them.
Maybe
So it's better to
alone.
control them.
Huh. I see possibilities here. And I look at the other prince.
Yeah, who's now just 3 meters looming.
Yeah. I'm doing like, I'm rolling composure on you,
Yeah.
like, every
But if we can
few
weed
minutes.
out the undesirable animal, the piece should reassemble itself.
Maybe this little affair of ours isn't a last encounter with each other. Maybe there is other deals to be struck.
We can talk again when you return, my dear prince. I'll make sure to have some information for you at that time.
As long as even the weaker of my kind, those that are harmless to anything but a fly in a houseplant, when they are safe.
This
My
was the
place will
arrangement.
rest.
You see, the place where I found you, Jonathan, was supposed to be a safe haven. A place off limits for anyone but your kind. Clearly, someone no longer respects the peace treaty.
And they will learn how grave of mistake that was. When I return from home, I will bring my blades. I will bring any of those that desire to hunt something new. And they will learn just how stupid they have been.
It's very clearly he feels very wronged. He has not said how and what the hunter did.
Nope. But I can sympathize.
But you both actually can sympathize because you both have been very terribly wronged.
Oh yeah.
So you understand the weight of the words he gives. It's not ifs and when, it's a straight up promise. Fact.
And when I return, I think you will again be the only prince in the city.
Damn.
He gives a little smile. Oh, you're too kind. But on that note, I have reached out to contact of mine. I will try to make sure. I'm trying to make sure that Mr. Luck is without an alibi for a certain amount of time tomorrow. We agreed, but and I'll give it. We didn't specify a particular time, but I assume we meant something.
Everything's held open because her letter is open, that is open.
Yeah.
It's when the time is nigh kind of thing. Like
Once
link
you
up.
know, once you have a time, I will. Do you want to send an invite, or should I? To the Primogens.
Perhaps it. Well, actually, that's a good question.
I can
Perhaps I
close
should.
down the restaurant and make it only for us. That's not a problem.
Yeah, perhaps you should
Can
on behalf.
can the prince also roll an int check?
Straight up int?
No.
Or something else?
Well, he's gonna be king in a minute. So.
Yeah, but it's not yet. Technically, it's still a prince.
Straight up int or something else as well?
Int, politics, whatever you have that can work as.
That's why I'm asking because don't know.
Okay, yeah, sure. Okay. Oh no, wait. I'll have to use Hunger Dices. Things can go wrong.
Yum, yum, yum. Hungry, happy.
Let's see
Hippie,
now.
hippie.
Only 2 successes.
A vampire as a hippo or a hippie?
You never know. It could be both. A hippie hippo. To make sure they could show, you can also call in, or she can call in a meeting through the Elysium without Molly. That would assure that the Malkavian Primogens would drop
that's a good
whatever
point.
they're doing. If you have to understand, sometimes like Tyre plays a beautiful prince, but he has a lot of power if he wants to use it.
Yeah. He's just very careful using
He's
it.
just so careful using it. I would be like, burn the bitch, shut that shit down, sell that shit off. And
Yeah,
he's
then
so
if he had been
careful.
more than he'd been more than 4
I
years
don't want to
old, he
offend
probably would have
anyone.
done it.
Yeah.
Clean hands.
If he'd been more than 4 years old, he probably would have done it.
Yeah.
But at the he's still as soon as the Queen of Bones has been disposed of and someone a tad more sensible than Catalina is running the Brujas, then we can talk about being a bit more forceful. You just need to get rid of them.
I just think he's very clever. It's such a beautiful to see how like a young kindred would play such a difficult political role. Like you have power, but how much can you actually use it? Don't be Caligula, then you will be stabbed.
Yeah.
I would burn the candles in all ends and be burned by
Yeah, you
within
like-
days.
You light the burns
Too
twice
late,
as
Prince.
bright.
3
burns
episodes
half
in.
as long.
Sorry,
37
king is dead.
stabs in the
Long
back.
live the king.
Beware the Ides of March.
E2, Brutus, E2.
If you reach out through the Elysium through Odd Molly, they will be compelled to come.
On your behalf, I expect, then.
Yes, on my behalf. That should be... It will give you a reason to be there. It will give them a reason to having to show up. It would be making
Ironclad.
the table a nice and neat.
But do you want to have it there?
Probably even what even better place than having it there. Yes. And as they is talking about Odd Molly, he suddenly remembers the gift he was given. Not yet. When the time is right.
All the little secrets.
Miss Price, one more thing. There's little
Anything.
for me to do today, but as an admirer of the arts, anyone close by that maybe has been lacking some inspiration recently? You see, my people, though terrifying for the mortals, our mere presence can ignite a spark. And to be honest, I need to do... There's been a great beauty lost, and some beauty need to be brought into this world.
Well, yes. I actually do have some.
Funny you
place
should
where
say
you could go. I'll just give you a card. And the card is to my gallery. Where I expect there to be more people, maybe, than the usual these days.
Yeah, because it's a collective now, art collective. A
Yeah.
part of the gallery now functions as an art collective.
Exactly.
Is this close by? He looks at it. Even though he can see the address, he
It's-
doesn't know any street name or anything. He's
It's
just like,
downtown. Everything is close by. But yes, I will inform my dear friend Jade of your arrival. And she will give you a tour.
excellent.
But do you harm her in any way?
No, I
Well.
will not.
Give me your word that you will not harm anyone in the establishment. And do it with your own words, so it's ironclad. I don't want to make the same mistake the Queen did.
As long as none of them attack me or is any threat to myself, then I will not harm them. I will not attack them. I will simply inspire.
Anyone at the York's grounds are off limits.
As long as they don't try to hurt me, they are off limits. They will not be hurt.
Where?
At your...
You have the name on the card.
And he's just like, at this place, and he goes, because he just...
Yeah, exactly.
Like, because right now, he's frazzled, so just
Yeah.
names and all of that. And just like,
I mean, I'm giving him a buffet, so
Yeah,
it
yeah,
should
yeah.
be...
It's a literal American eat all you can eat
Yeah.
for $2.
Yeah. At the York, I will not hurt anyone unless they come for me.
I think that's agreeable. Enjoy. Oh, by the way, are you in need of any a little bit more colourful wardrobe? I could help you with that.
You look
Not
at the black
until the-
suit.
Not until the task is done. I
Very well.
do not trust the eyes of this city. It would be strange if I suddenly shifted from the cover I was given.
And I'll just like... What do you do, Katrina? Always you brush out like invisible...
Imaginary
limbs,
limbs.
Imaginary limbs.
Imaginary
Yes, I'll
limbs.
do that
Well,
on your
right
shoulders.
now is probably like he's dirty because he's been lying on the ground, crawling
Yeah.
around. He's been in the ambulance.
Okay, so not imaginary, but very much
You're
real.
pushing Jonathan, not the
Yes,
the
yes,
knight.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, did
Jonathan
you
is just
exit
lying
him?
on the floor.
Sorry,
He's
enter
just-
him, exit him. I don't know.
No, he's on the floor at the moment.
Well, then I'm not.
We're good with words. We know
yeah.
words. Words are
Yeah.
good.
Pick up a broom and just sweep him a bit.
Well,
Just
I'll
like
do it on you
Powerhausen.
then.
Yeah.
I'm doing it on you then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no
Well,
need.
I'll be more
that's
than
cool.
happy to help once this is over. I bid you two good night.
Good night.
You will both be able to contact me. Well, I'll be back in the room as soon as I've returned from the art
Do you not
gallery.
have a mobile phone?
What now?
Christopher, would you be dearest?
Oh,
And then
no
I'll
problem.
leave the room.
Yeah.
I do not have time for this.
He just sent a text to Dylan, and he'll come a couple of minutes later. He'll knock and enter the room and
Yeah.
open up a briefcase and just pull out.
Which one?
Just a burner phone. He's got like.
Yeah.
Chris doesn't buy phones. He doesn't buy
Burner
phones
phone.
by quantity. He buys by kilograms.
Yeah.
Like this. 500 kilograms of phone, please. Here's one prepaid SIM card, untraceable.
Yeah, before the school enters, I've gone back into Jonathan, so it's just not the flopping on the floor and being like, ah!
So press the numbers you need to call.
He holds it like this, and just like,
We
and
could
then you
make
press
it
this
easier.
button and you talk into it.
We can make it easier, my prince. We can just hook it up so this, if it's just your direct line, Malish.
Yeah, to this, and I just pick up.
You
a
just
brand new
need to
phone.
press. You just
yeah.
need to press the green.
Yeah, just press green. It will call, and you're the only one who have the number. So I know it will be you.
I don't like this thing.
There,
Dylan just looking at him. Yeah.
Squirrels are much more reliable.
Actually, I know a guy who told me a story once back in the day when to avoid police they actually use homing pigeons.
Excellent. Pigeons make sense.
No, squirrels.
Squirrels make sense.
Yeah, that's the
Well-
thing. In the autumn court, they use squirrels.
Of
That's the
course
thing.
they do. Yeah.
And in that matter, Dylan, I've decided to offer a little security package to Castor and Callisto for their exhibition to be set up. So
course.
we'll put some money on that. And when this is done, I'd like you to go home and get a long, good day's sleep, because I would like you to be escorting me personal security for the next couple of nights.
Of course,
Along with
Malish.
JJ.
Of course, Malish.
Excellent. Well, Prince, I'll bid you good night.
Goodbye.
And he calls JJ to tell her he's back at the Y and she can pick him up there when she's ready.
I managed to follow them close to a building with a library. They did not
So
enter
nice.
the library.
Ah, but another building. I believe there's dissent amongst those ranks. Excellent work, JJ.
Of course, Malish.
I can assure that the man who grieved us will be punished. And the person who will do it far worse than anything we could possibly do to him.
Also, you hear scuff, like you're cheating her out of a murder. Vengeance!
Oh, poor guy. He's gonna have so many people who want to kill him.
And before we end, just I don't think we need to play this out, but yeah, or unless there's something, or unless you, I don't know, going to shoot a rocket launcher at me when I walk to this art gallery.
I will
Don't
actually-
tempt her. She's done that stuff before.
No, I will actually play it like it would be an end of a movie, as the Autumn Knight enters the gallery and he's hit by music, inspiration, and light, and loveliness, and smoke, and wine.
He wants to inspire something specific. He wants to inspire as much spring-related and renewal
Oh.
themes as he can within these people.
And he does, and he feasts, and they adore him, and he is being adored, and he inspires, but he's also then he gets a little bit forgotten in the spell of it all. So they might not even remember him.
Doesn't matter. This is not for him.
But as he leaves, and he's given her tribute, and they have painted the most beautiful weeping willows over a spring river, and things coming to life. There's a little goth girl in a corner with a headset on, painting a black hole with a black figure. And she calls it rebirth. On that note, we're going to end this episode. Hey! As always, my lovely players, thank you so much. It's fascinating. You guys do things I wouldn't even think of. And it's bananas and fun. And it's drama, it's action, it's humor. We had a little bit of murder. Maybe we can actually get to some murdering. I'm ready for some murdering.
Oh, there's been murdering. You've been murdering.
Yes, I murdered.
You murdered.
I murder. But you guys should be murdering too. It's good for the soul.
I did a tiny bit of murder.
I just get people to do it for me.
A planning murder.
Why? He has a Toward ornament. It was like murdering. We got people.
No,
for
it's
that
not
shit.
murder. It's just letting out steam.
It's like sexercise.
Don't I have people for that?
Exactly.
Exactly. Well, Shiv definitely has people for that.
Of course
She'd be
I do.
murdering hardest of
I
everyone.
inspire murder. No.
But yes, my players, thank you so much. It's fun as always. And to your viewers, thank you so much for your comment, likes, and follows. We do appreciate it, and we do engage. And it's so much fun to see what you guys are thinking and plotting. And I just, I wish I could just write all the gnomes to you guys, and I could tell you what the hell is going on. But then I would be spoiling.
I'm waiting
you don't know what's
for
going on.
Carrick to
Oh
tell
no, 90%
me
of the time I'm like going,
what to do.
what? But yeah, thank you so much. And until next time, stay safe and take care of one another. On that note, bye.
Bye.